Do it. There we are. Hi. I think we're live. I don't know yet, but I think we might be. Here, this is the microphone. Uh-oh, it's green. Why is it green? I don't know. It's blue.
There you go.
There we go.
It's blue.
Okay, you find it? Good.
We're live.
Okay. All righty. So I'm going to let Kiltz here hold the microphone. I'm going to open this thing up on my phone so I can see the chat. Welcome everybody. Good to see you here in Orlando at the Keto Orlando Summit. And where the hell is my video? Your videos. There it is.
We're on. We're live.
No, this is the one that I did earlier. I can't even find my own friggin' video here. Hold on. Oh man, you gotta love it. You gotta love this technology. Anyway, you all know me. I'm Mitch. Here we go. I found it right there. Good. Let me turn my volume off, and I should be able to see the chat. Let's see if we got anybody. It says we got 5 people watching so far.
Awesome.
And let me find the chat here. Live chat. I don't see anybody has chatted. Has anybody chatted yet on your phone? Okay.
I hear it fine. And then I can.
There we go. We got it. Third Eye War. Hello.
Hello, my friends. How's it going? Beautiful day in paradise.
Third Eye War.
And let me introduce to you. Mute that, would you please? Turn the volume down. Let me introduce Dr. Robert Kiltz, my new best friend.
Meetups are masterful.
Yeah, this is cool. This is a unplanned, impromptu live stream. We're doing it at lunchtime. And being carnivores like we are, the last thing we think about is having lunch.
Although I did have a little discussion with a few carnivores, maybe running on down to the fast break place to get a little steak. But I think we're going to wait till Reduzio Grill later tonight and get some really good meat there.
Cool. Yeah, I'm not going to eat. I probably won't eat all day.
I typically eat one meal a day at night. It's typically steak. I throw in some butter, sometimes some blue cheese and salt. But one meal a day to me is the very best way to live.
Really? I can't eat enough at one sitting.
I get a nice fatty ribeye steak, and I usually a fistful or two, and I get plenty.
Hold up, you two.
Okay.
Yeah. We have no idea what we're doing here. The setup that I have here, and I can see Robert, how do you pronounce it? Jadoin, hello from Germany.
Awesome.
Laser on Focus says, hi, gents. We got 14 people online so far, and we're here, especially to take advantage of this opportunity with Dr. Kiltz here, or Kiltzy as we call him, to answer any of your questions. So put them in the chat. I've got the chat on my cell phone so I could read it. This whole thing is coming to you basically on a big Samsung tablet sitting on a tripod that's, I don't know, 4 feet from us, and hopefully the audio, sounds like it was coming. Okay.
It looked,
It's being picked up
okay.
by this mic. We also have standing here Dr. Nelson Vasquez. So
he's going to join us also.
Yeah.
Let's see
there
here.
You go.
You know what? Kiltzy could simply just
that's
we're all hanging out together.
I'll sit back, and you just keep the mic somewhere in the neighborhood.
Yeah. I'm the mic guy.
We have the audio-visual guy.
Yeah. I'm the technician that's just making sure it's all working right. Let's see. Who do we got there? Laser, Third Eye War, CB Carmack, Robert. Let's see. Jodian, and Jodian. Nice. Fantastic to see two legends.
Well,
love it.
Morgan, thank you so much. Hey, CB, how you doing? CB's a member of my private community, and he's a law enforcement person. I think it's with Alabama, maybe. I'm sorry if I forgot exactly where you are. I know you're down in the South somewhere. Great guy. and we had a live stream Thursday. That was last night, yeah. And he comes in like a Zoom call on my live streams. I get people come in and we sit and we have kind of a round table. Sometimes we talk about everything but carnivore, but it's really great. It's really great. So we are up to now 23 people. I did an impromptu live stream from the parking lot smoking a cigar this morning at, I don't know, about 9 o'clock. I got, within 5 minutes, I had 116 people in there. So I hope people will discover this.
And Mitch promised me a cigar, but we're not allowed to smoke inside, so
No.
we got to wait on that one.
No, we can't. I see we have Matt is here. Says Mitch has the best shirt. Thank you so much.
He does. Absolutely.
And Koetkabouter, greetings from the Netherlands. Thank you so much. Ricky Lee says, "What's up, old guys?"
Yeah.
Well, yes,
yeah. Well, he's the oldest guy, I think,
I'm
here.
always the oldest.
Yep, always
I'm
the
the
oldest.
junior.
You the junior. How old are you?
64.
64. And Kiltz, how old are you?
24.
24. I'm only 29, so you're the oldest guy.
Born in 56. You figure it out.
56.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a few years on.
Old guys uniting.
Yeah, old guys
That's
unite,
it.
Ricky Lee says. And Marilda Tomata, good morning from Menifee, California. Posted you on Kiltz's Tribe July 13th. Sent you an email same day. So glad you met each other. Yeah, we are too. We are too. Yeah, these are the greatest people in the world. You don't find, you just don't find, just like with our viewers and our followers, you don't find true people that really embrace this lifestyle that aren't just great people, because we're realists. We don't fall for all the like we were talking about, all the stories that aren't actually.
Simplicity is carnivore. And that's really the beauty of it. We found something simple and easy that gets us back to our natural state. And I know for me that arthritis, psoriasis, migraines, kidney stones, all sorts of things went away so fast. And the very best thing is full-on carnivore.
Linda G wonders where my musical cigar lighter is. I don't know if you've ever seen that stick that I do on Mondays, where I sit out on my back porch and I call it a rant. I have a butane lighter, and in the editing, whenever I click the lighter, I play Latin music.
Ah, nice.
and people
Nice.
actually ask me, where should I get one? And I edit it so precisely that I make a big funny thing out about it. I wonder if this lighter's working today. And I click it, the music starts, and I let go, and the music stops. And people keep laughing at it, so I keep doing it. Yeah.
You keep sharing the energy, and there's entertainment, but we're all inspired by it. That's the beauty of it. I also am subscribed to this guy, so that's an important one. We're all co-sharing together, and the more we do that together, the more we learn together.
Yeah, we do. And I was very flattered. It was a few months ago when I was looking over some of the new subscribers, and they're usually listed by the size of their channel.
Ah. So
the guys that have a lot of subs will be right up at the top. And all of a sudden I see Kiltz. Kiltz is a star. I'm a nobody.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I mean, God, he subscribed to me. That was very, very flattering. I got to tell you. We have Ricky Lee is here. Jeff Emerson is here. How you doing?
Hey, Jeff, Ricky, nice to see you guys.
Don Schonger is here. Green Firefly. Hi, all tuning in from Amsterdam, the Netherlands. Good to see you.
Awesome.
Leading the way in Proctor Optimal Health. Cheers to you guys, he says.
I think we need to go to the Netherlands and do our next meetup.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
That'd be a nice trip.
Oh, wow. Kiltzy and the old guy from Iowa. Oh, you're from Iowa. That's news and info. Joe. Hey, Joe. Glad you could make it in. Host your channels. Listen, man, it's just to be bringing you this thing with the video and sound that we're doing from a hotel room with no Wi-Fi. I got to tell you, there is no usable Wi-Fi here. I am actually streaming from the tablet
It's pretty basic.
to my cell phone, which has a good 5G connection to the internet. And I'm getting a more solid stream than I get at home through Spectrum. Anyway, we won't talk about that. Mitch is my new doctor, LOL, says Connie. Yeah. Dr. Nelson, the real Dr. Nelson.
He is here live.
That's you. Yeah, wow. I'll tell you. And we'd have some more stars here, but they all went to lunch. And we wanted to do this during the middle of the day when Kiltz had a few minutes to spare.
We got South Wales, UK.
Yeah. Tink Matheny from East Texas. Aberbear, how you doing, my friend? There's a name I recognize from South Wales, UK. Laser on focus. You gents need to get a carnivore conference started rather than the keto stuff. You know what I found out, which was really interesting? I found out there's more carnivores here at this keto conference than one would imagine. A lot of people are finally discovering, man, you got to give up the
We
plant.
found the same at Hack Your Health in Austin, Texas.
Same thing.
It was like a big group of carnivores.
Well, we're all keto, and there's only a few lines, but we're here to inspire and invite those ketos over to the carnivore side. That's what this is all about.
Yeah, it seems like a huge step when you contemplate if you haven't done it yet. You know, you're hanging on to those carbs. The one thing I found that always sabotaged me before 2 years ago when I was always trying to be low carb keto is that I always treated those carbs like money. And I didn't want to spend them unwisely. I wanted to get the most comfortable satisfaction. I wanted all those foods that I'm addicted to. I want to try to cram all that in.
When you eliminate that, it's actually free. And some people think it's more strict. No,
Oh, it is.
you don't have to think about it too much or plan too much.
It is so freeing because
Last 2 days I had a picanha, cut it in half, had half on, not last 2 days, but Tuesday and Wednesday. That was my dinner. I was in a hotel and like bought a picanha, cut it in half, and each day I had picanha steak.
And you don't think about food, and I lost all my cravings. They all just went away. And everybody who's become carnivore manages to stick to it for 30 or 60 days notices the big difference between trying to hang on to broccoli or Brussels sprouts.
The carbs make
Poison.
you hungry.
Plants are killers. They're poisonous, and they are addictive. And so when you lose them, it's so simple, and it's pretty much you're eating the same thing every day, which is the best thing you can do. And fasting is a lot easier on carnivore than anything.
Well, no doubt about that. Fasting isn't even a conscious. I mean,
You're not hungry anymore.
you're just not hungry.
Yep.
And I told the story. I've been telling people here all day the story of this little trip for me. I ate mid-afternoon yesterday afternoon, the last food that I had. I got up this morning. I left the house about 5:30. The one thought I need to bring my technology, I need to bring my equipment, I need to bring all this stuff to do the live streams. I need to.
Where is it that you live?
In Melbourne.
Melbourne.
Yeah, about an hour. Yeah. So I said, I need to bring all this stuff. The one thought that never crossed my mind this year was, what am I going to eat today? And where am I going to get it? It didn't even register. It's the funniest thing. It was basically, I don't care. It's not part of what I need every day anymore. If something comes up and there's no food that I want to eat, it doesn't bother me. I'm not that hungry. I'm not going to starve.
I eat once a day as well, and I tell my patients, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. It doesn't matter when you break it back.
Yeah, exactly.
It could be 5 o'clock.
Even if you don't break your fast that particular day.
Well, and doing fasting for a day or two a month, I think is really good. And I even pushed it out to 5 to 7 days a couple times a year, which I think is just food freedom. You feel great after once you've gotten past the 2 days, you feel more amazing for sure. And you're right, breaking your fast whenever you got food that you want to eat. And we're basically hunters. Hunters take days to hunt their food, sometimes longer. And we're not chewing on grass and grains. We should be eating the fatty meat, which is the best thing to eat, unless you might try a little Kiltz's ice cream from time to time.
You know, it's funny you should say that.
What?
Craig Smith. Craig Smith is one of my viewers who's always busting my ass. Always constantly. You know, we've all got some of those
Got
guys.
got him.
Craig is always busting my ass. I think Craig writes here, Dr. Kiltz, I think you should introduce Marvelous Mint to some carnivore ice cream from Oklahoma City. And I've been meaning, that's a bone I have to pick with you. Is that if I did that, if it had any sweet taste to it at all, I'd be done. My carb addiction is so strong. I must stay away from it.
You don't have to put any sweeteners. I've made it at home without
the
sweetener.
texture of putting ice cream in my mouth, even the fact that it's cold and creamy, will trigger addictions and habits that took me years to break. And that's something you got to be wary of. I wish I could do it.
Well, we can do it. And again, it's like anything else. Your brain is saying, I'm too worried about if I touch it. Yeah. And you may get there, you may not. But I also enjoy just butter. Frozen cold butter is a little bit of a snack from time to time. But essentially butter and cream, breast milk for a baby. And after that, it's just strictly meat off the bone. So they're not required and not necessary. I always look at it like cars and planes and cigars, like anything else. There's a little risk to anything we do. Yeah. So I just label it as my treat. I never cheat, otherwise I get in trouble.
Well, I don't say, and I'm not a stickler as carnivore. I'm not one of these guys that I drink coffee, I smoke cigars, and if there was something else I wanted, if I was a cheese person, I'd figure out a way to work that in. I'm lucky. I live by myself. I have no food in the house that has carbs. I'm happy with what I have. I find no need to add any because I don't feel deprived of anything. So if I'm not feeling deprived, if I'm not feeling like I'm missing out, if I'm not envying the people that are eating those, why should I take any risk of trying to reintroduce food?
That's fair.
That could trip me up when it took 2 years, but I've reached a point. Now, that's me. Everybody is different, and everybody has to find their own way of doing this lifestyle. And keto works for a lot of people. It won't work for me.
It works temporarily.
I've always said that. I agree with you 100%.
Because ultimately the problem is that when something serious happens and you go like, wow, I was so healthy, why'd this happen? I believe it's secondary to that high plant protein, low fat diet. And remember, carnivore is a high fat diet. Even keto, a high fat diet. You want to focus on, I think, the raw fatty meat is the best thing you can do.
Cool.
Cool.
Yeah, I agree. If you can do that, you should. But everybody has to experiment for themselves. But you have to be wary of when an addiction starts to creep in. It doesn't just hit you full blown, but all of a sudden you're eating this much of it today, and tomorrow, well, maybe just one more little bite, and the next day it's maybe another couple little bites. Maybe instead of once a week, I'll have it twice a week. Maybe, and that's carb creep, and that'll kill you.
That doesn't happen much when you're eating fatty meat because
no.
you really can't overeat. I mean, you get to the point of, okay, it's not tasting any good anymore. Maybe I need to stop.
Ricky Lee says here he made my frittata with pepperoni and shredded cheese.
Love that.
I love that. These things are great. One of my favorite recipes.
Well, what about fiber? Don't we need fiber? I can't poop without fiber.
Yeah. My problem was exactly the opposite. The more fiber I ate, the more blocked up I got. It wasn't until I limited. I always defer to Bart K. I don't know. Bart K is a divisive guy. You either love him or you hate him.
I think he does that on purpose.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's well, I do the same thing too sometimes, but it's a shtick with him. It's an act. People don't realize that he's playing a character for entertainment's sake. And if you want to be you have to be some kind of a character to have a YouTube channel. You can't just be a talking head. People will get bored. So,
Oh, I better give up.
yeah, no, you're as much a character as I've ever met there, Kelsey. But
You were not a class clown, right?
No, no way.
yeah, but Bart K is a smart man, and I think he knows his biochemistry, and I think he understands carnivore, and he says two things, and I love the way he says it. He'll look at the camera very seriously, and he'll say the minimum daily requirement of fiber, dietary fiber, in the human diet is absolutely zero. The minimum daily requirement of dietary carbohydrate in the human diet is absolutely zero. And everybody hears that. And the first thing they say is, this guy's lost his mind. This guy's crazy.
Even traditional medical doctors, when they, for example, treat acute diverticulitis, and it's bad enough that you have to hospitalize the patient sometimes, right?
Mm-hmm.
The first thing you do is put them NPO, right? Nothing but mouth. You give antibiotics, and when you start refeeding them, it's called a low, very low residue diet. That you don't want to put fiber there for the first, sometimes 3, 7 days, even longer sometimes. That means a diet with no fiber.
Yeah, why do we need fiber?
Because you're letting the intestines rest.
Well, I
If your
think
colon is inflamed, let it rest. Don't put fiber.
I think that the whole this whole fiber thing comes from the the whole focus on microbiome, as if we should be the one. And this is my opinion, and I'm not a doctor.
Well,
but
Burkitt wrote a paper on this years ago, and Burkitt saw people in Africa with a large stool and thought that the fiber-filled diet, and everyone loved Burkitt, and he was a scientist and thought he was so smart, and that's how fiber really began. But we had a lot of leftover fiber in the production of like seed oils and things like this. And it's like, what are we going to do with them? How can we make something with them? And so we combined a story of the microbiome and the fiber. They work together, and which is all bunk.
yeah, my view, again, not being a medic, but they don't teach us in medical school anyway. So being a doctor doesn't mean that you actually know what you're talking about. They don't teach any of that stuff in medical school. But think about it logically, the assortment, your microbiome of bacteria that you have, not only in your gut, but everywhere on your body. You have it all over your skin. You have it in your mouth. You have it in your ears. You have it in your hair. You have bacteria, symbiotic bacteria living everywhere.
You have the bacteria that other people in your house have.
Right. And the bacteria in your gut will populate according to what's available for them to eat. For us to try to decide which ones of those are good bacteria and which ones are bad bacteria, it's not our place. So when you become a meat eater and give up fiber and vegetables, you're going to starve out the sugar-eating bacteria, the ones that the cows have in their digestive system, to turn that fiber into free fatty acids and eventually into meat and fat.
Well, how does bacteria turn it into free fatty acids?
It eats it in and shits it out.
well, but when you make wine, bacteria don't make fat in wine.
Well, they may not.
They make alcohol.
Yeah.
They don't make fat in the bowels. They make alcohol. We are fermenting the same way when you make alcohol. It's fermentation. So when everyone says the bacteria and yeast make fat, that makes no sense.
Okay.
That makes no sense. That's what they say. You're right.
I'll defer to you on that. But interestingly enough, when I look at it, again, not a trained biochemist, not a doctor, not everything I've learned in my entire life, I have learned on my own. When I look at the chemistry of everything, the difference between a fat molecule and a sugar molecule and an alcohol molecule, they're all carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen, and just arranged differently. So by rearranging atoms in a sugar molecule, it can become a fat. By rearranging molecules, it is something else, and that's what our biological pathways do.
Well, here's where I think.
Who cares what you think?
Hey, nobody does. It's obvious. Here I am, here
This
with
is how Mitch
you, by the
disrespects
way,
the doctor.
and I've been kicked out of this realm, but I do control the mic. Now, he does have a button probably to cut me off, but
I could do that.
he just
Bottom-
might.
Bottom line, you don't need to go and take a biochemistry class. Stop eating sugar.
Yeah, stop eating sugar. Stop eating sugar. You'll make all the glucose you need because it's basically still carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. That's what we're made of.
Eat the meat, be the master. Eat the mush, be weak and meat.
There
And
you
remember,
go.
mush is made from plants, and we're fed the plants in order to keep us domesticated animals. When you eat the meat, you actually become the master, and it's such a simple concept.
I didn't say hi to Ellen. Scooby the dog. Ellen is a good friend of the channel. How you doing, Ellen? Good to see you.
Hello, Ellen.
Ellen is out up there in Minnesota, is it?
Nice.
Michigan?
Nice.
Minnesota, I think.
Nick Shireen? Sure, I can't get that close enough.
Nick
Sheeson?
Nick Sheeson. He
Sheeson.
thinks you're a legend.
All right, Nick.
Yeah.
You're the man.
See, when is Kiltz speaking this weekend, Greg Smith?
They've actually cut me out.
No, they did not.
Oh, they didn't? Oh,
He's speaking this afternoon.
4:15 p.m. We should do a live stream, shouldn't we?
Oh, yeah, I guess I could stream your speech. As long as there's no copyright issues with you and you don't get your lawyers after me. I mean, this
You
guy
can
here,
copy my stuff all day long. It's not mine.
this guy here has something that I don't have. He has people. This man has people to do shit for him.
We're going to get him some people.
I mean, everybody's got people. I've run into Annette Bosworth's, Dr. Bos's people around here. Everybody's got people. Kiltz has got people running around doing shit for him. Hey, I'm doing everything. I don't know. It's just not fair, man. It's not fair.
As they say, life isn't fair. And but here we are in a fair day to talk about some really important things, like smoking cigars
Yes.
and hanging out with a couple old guys
Yep.
that eat meat and are hanging out with you.
Well, this is cool. This is cool. Ellen says, hi, Mitch. Hi, Dr. Kiltz, and other gentlemen. I don't know. Nelson is back. Dr. Nelson.
Dr. Nelson.
Dr. Nelson.
Rock star.
Rock star. Makes the two of us look like pikers. I tell you.
Rick says he's cooking an iguana.
This is
Burger
funny.
mukbang.
This is funny. This is really funny. Green fireflies. Listen to this. This is hilarious. Who else remembers the two old guys on the balconies from the Muppets? Remember them?
The two Muppets.
We remind him of those old guys on the balcony bitching about everything. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Ellen says hi to me. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Wow. Oh, we've been going for a half hour, so
Nice.
That's pretty good. Yeah, I thought we'd have more people in here. I mean, considering the number of people that found me this morning, I thought we'd have more.
You're
people.
smoking a cigar,
I guess.
and you're
I guess.
you're sitting out with your beach chair, lawn chair
Yeah, up on my car.
by your car.
Yeah, but
Right
we have 55 people here. We've been up
That's good.
55, 60, which
Nice.
an impromptu, unannounced live stream isn't too bad.
I usually have 2 or 3.
No, you get a big attention. You do a live stream every morning,
5 a.m.
Are you nuts?
Very much so.
I'm telling you. I say that. People say, Bill
It's
does a
part
live
of my
stream.
morning devotional.
God, he says, Bill does a live stream at 5 o'clock every morning. And I go, guy's lost his mind.
Let's stay on track.
Who else have we got?
I'm not
here?
going there.
Oh, yeah, Green Firefly. I used to love them. Their names were Statler and Waldorf. Yes, man, that's a guy with a memory.
chef.
Holy cow!
All
remind
right,
me of
Rick's
the
here.
the Swedish chef. Yeah. Oh,
Mama Cracker. Awesome.
Mama Cracker.
you know yeah, Mama Cracker's here. How you doing?
Awesome, Mama Cracker. Good to see you.
Robert Bear is the like
Yeah.
button broke again. He says, you know, these people root for me. I love it. I love it. I think I'm
Someone
keeping
is
up
from
with
the
you.
Netherlands, and van der Swan.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Look at that hand vendor's one from the Netherlands. And yes, I don't make Dr. This Ellen again. I don't make Dr. Kiltz's lives. It's 4 a.m. my
It's
time.
crazy times.
See a couple
For
there,
sure.
great. Your energy is amazing. This guy's energy is amazing. But you know what? It's all up front. He's got people.
They put up my double out there, and you know, you got the right people. They can do anything for you.
He's got people. Kiltz at 5 works for me. CB says that. Yeah. This guy's got tremendous. He's in tremendous shape for an old man. That muscle, more muscles on me. But no, I never met. We never met before today, and already I can bust him like this, and he doesn't get offended.
Completely offensive.
I used to tell my employees when they used to say, Mitch, why are you always busting on me? Don't you like? And my answer to them was, if I stop busting on you, you need to start worrying. Yeah.
That's because you like him.
And that's why you bust on people. People bust on people that they have confidence and feel friendly. They won't think.
I don't think any of us here are politically correct.
No, that's the damn truth. That's the damn truth. And
Completely wrong every day.
oh yeah.
If I don't get yelled at when I get home, something's wrong.
Well, if anybody's got any questions, ask them now, because I'm thinking about wrapping this up here pretty soon, so that they can get back to
What time do they start here?
Well, I imagine probably.
We're in the main room.
Pretty soon.
So
We're sitting in the main room. I set this makeshift studio up. I hope I'll watch the replay to see how well it came out, but it looks like it's doing
like
great.
the Kiltz people are behind the camera.
Yeah, right. Yeah, where the hell are your people, Kiltz? We could use them now. Anyway,
They're always there, but they're invisible.
Kiltz is playing. He's playing sound boom man today.
Yep.
He's the sound man. I'm the
I'm the
cinematographer.
I'm the technician.
Yeah, I'm the cinematographer, and this is the hero right here, Dr.
Let's see. Let's see. Who was that question from there? Susan? What is that?
Sean Sweeney, is that the one?
Champagne. And Susan, Dr. Kiltz is my morning inspiration.
That's not.
I thought there was something. I thought there was a question.
That's not a question. That's somebody being absurd.
Oh,
That's
somebody.
okay.
Yeah, that's some people.
Thank you, Susan. That's I love
Sean
it.
Sweeney. Sean Sweeney.
I just met
answer is
this
yes.
guy today, and he's my new best friend.
I don't know this guy.
Yeah, you know. I just grabbed him. He was wandering by in the hallway. I said, "Hey, want to do a live stream?"
I've been
Sure.
edited in this place. I'm actually not in this particular show.
And Sean Sweeney says, "Are ruminant animals the best way to go?" There you go. That's a question for you.
I don't think anyone knows that real answer, but it's my preference to eating beef. I think that's the very best meat food to eat, meat animal to eat. We probably evolved on ruminants anyway, but I love pork also. Pork belly is really good. So, you know, I don't think it matters that much. Fatty meat is the key.
I agree. Next question. Laser Unfocused says, seriously, I've tried more fat, more protein, 36-hour fast, etc. in a stall. Any tips on tripping weight loss?
Eat less, move more, and cut the fat because fat contains more calories. And so, you know, get to the gym, do some walking and weights. 30, 60 minutes a day will help, and just leaner meat for a little bit. That'll help a lot.
I agree. I think you just sometimes your body's going to naturally still. Your body's going to want to hold on to its weight. That's just, I think, an evolutionary thing that it does. It doesn't want to give up that gas in the tank. If it doesn't
So
have
I think I just got confused with a superstar, because Marilda is addressing Dr. Ovadia, and he's not here.
Yes, but you could be Dr. Ovadia here today. Yes.
Well, so
I fix hearts.
Marilda, yo soy de Puerto Rico también.
So back to the stall. It's true. Being skinny is never in your favor. And so fat is the most critical thing on our body. It's the building block of our body. It's the repair cells of our body. And without it, we're fertilizer fast.
I think that you can't do any kind of program if you're prioritizing weight loss, which I keep saying is not what you should be doing. You should be prioritizing health. Because the weight
I think it might be a weight optimizing
it
way of
absolutely
eating,
is.
but it's not. I was just reading on Facebook today. What am I doing wrong? I've been 2 weeks on this diet and I haven't lost a pound.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Yeah.
And again, we are designed to get fat fast and get skinny slow. So you survive the famine, the migration, the nesting, the hibernation, and gestation. So ultimately, fat is the most critical substance on our body, and it's never the cause of disease. The cause of disease is plants and a high protein diet, and thinking you should be skinny when in fact, maybe something is going to come in our lifetimes that's going to require fat on our bodies.
Yeah, I agree. And as far as these stalls go, if you're trying to adjust your food intake solely because you want your weight to disappear faster, I think you're hurting yourself. I think you should always focus on how you feel, focus on your health, figure out how much food volume you need to eat in a day. And like me, I lost all the weight I'm going to lose. I'm 138 pounds. If I ate 6,000 calories today, I'd weigh 138 pounds tomorrow. My body has finally decided this is what I need. I carry enough subcutaneous fat for a small emergency.
If you have disease, if you're suffering from any malady, we're not gonna name this stuff because Dr. Kiltz doesn't like to name diseases. But concentrate on trying to reverse whatever is wrong, and the weight will come out.
I am healthy and well.
I can tell you this. And I tell everybody: find me somebody who's been pure carnivore, eating this way for at least a couple, 5, maybe 3, 4 years. Find me somebody that is an obese diabetic that's been doing this for 3 or 4 years. Good luck.
And there's no medicine that can do that.
You are not going to find, because if you do this and you settle into the proper way with where you can sustain it and you're happy doing it, it may take a year, it may take 3 years, but your body, I'm convinced of it, because mine will find the weight that suits it best. And in that respect, we're all different. So stalls are natural. When a stall gets to be 2, 3, 4 months, you may want to think about why. But you always have to gauge that against how you feel, how much energy you have, because that's your energy. And I'm a high energy guy. Kiltz is a high energy guy. And we're high energy guys because our little mitochondria are churning away and producing ATP, and nothing's getting in their way. We have enough cholesterol in our body to make ubiquinone, CoQ10, which is necessary for the mitochondria as part of the electron transport chain. Without that, so these people taking statins, artificially lowering their cholesterol, are killing themselves.
The diet of carnivore removes the drugs. That's really it. So we've been feeding humanity a diet that creates disease, and then we think the Band-Aid of the drug is fixing it, but it just masks the symptoms, and ultimately it's the carnivore. Keto gets you there. It's helpful. It may be the thing for so many people, but going carnivore will really get rid of those little things that are just holding you back. And it may be that you just need to move more, and you need to watch old guy Mitch more, the carnivore, and then you'll know the way to live.
And you need to, and your channel name?
Dr. Kiltz.
Dr. Kiltz. And your channel name?
At the Real Dr. Nelson.
At the Real Dr. Nelson.
Awesome.
Okay, and you guys know me, old guy carnivore, and think we need to probably get out of their way here. So end this right now. I want to thank both of you guys. Thank
Thank
you
you.
both, man.
My brothers, it's a good one.
Yep.
Keep spreading the message.
Awesome.
Yep. Here, you two, even you. All right. All right. These are some great guys. So I'm going to let Kiltz here press the end stream button. You're probably going to ask you to do it a second time. And I'll tell you guys to take the rest of the day off and eat meat.
Eat the meat, my friends. God bless.